This is Cloudy with a Chance of Lamb. I'm your host, Cloud Ranger.
And I'm the Trojan Lamb.
Excellent. If you like what you see here, please like and subscribe. Where you coming from, Lamb? How'd you get in on the podcast?
Well, you were doing some work for me in construction, and I was helping you, and you were surprised, and we made eye contact, and the rest was,
History.
yeah.
Rar. And then I talked him into playing Call of Duty, and he's been a rager ever since.
Yeah, I get very angry now. The whole idea for this show that I could tell, or at least from playing Call of Duty with him, is this gentleman right here, Mr. Cloudy Ranger. No, Cloud Ranger.
Yeah.
He's got a name.
Somewhere in there.
He is a premium rager. Like, I'm not saying, like, he threatens people or anything like that.
That we know of.
He just rages to the point where it's a beautiful mosaic painting in your ears. And I was drawn to it. I was like, what can I do to piss this guy off so I can hear it? We're trying not to swear right now. And it's very hard because A, we're from Texas, B, we don't care, and C, yeah,
that's it. We're just human. We're just human, guys. That's it. So, Lamb, tell me a little bit about yourself.
What do you want to know?
What's your favorite game?
My favorite game?
Yeah.
Past, present, or history?
Currently.
Currently? Well, currently, I got a little bit of a crush on Star Citizen.
Aren't they having massive problems with that game?
Yeah. One could say that. The biggest problem is that you can't play the game. I mean, you could enter the game, your character's there, but there's not much to do other than stand, run, eat, and drink, which, mind you, is fun.
It's phenomenal. He got shadow banned, ladies and gentlemen, in Star Citizen.
No, I didn't.
For trolling people.
No, I didn't.
Don't let him lie to you.
I did no such thing.
He is absolutely lying. I really gotta figure this
I will say this. There's a high degree of probability as I continue to play that this will happen. But at this current state of time, I am squeaky clean. Uh-oh, he broke. I broke him, gentlemen, ladies. He is broken. Look how long my forearm is. Doesn't that look really long on camera? It's like twice the size of my head almost.
It looks so tiny. God, this dude's a giant. He's like 7 foot.
No, I'm 6'6".
6'6"?
Yeah.
I was close. Holy shit.
Yeah. I'm 2 inches shy from being a legitimate giant on paper.
Isn't that awesome?
No. I have arch nemesises, and they're inanimate objects. Exit signs and ceiling fans. I'm coming for you. Just you wait. I will get my revenge.
He says that. So this is the beginning of our journey. How do you feel about it?
I mean, it sounds like you just stated we're a beginning of a romance novel that my wife reads.
She might tune in.
This is the beginning.
This is the beginning
of our journey together.
It really.
You will marry me. I promise.
Why you gotta be such a dick?
What?
I'm just kidding.
I was born this way. Hello? Benedict since conception? It's in my genes, man.
It's in my genes to be an asshole. I think that's 95% of America.
That's 95% of men.
Maybe 100% of men.
Well, I think that number may be dwindling because I've seen a lot of like sensitive men out there.
Yeah, they're turning themselves into women. How do you feel about that?
Whatever you want to do.
Right.
Just don't force it on me.
Right. I'm just going to drink coffee.
And if you do, make sure you buy me some dinner first.
Right. And I'm expensive.
Pay for my medical bills.
Right. And I'm also going to have to be really drunk. So let's go.
That's all it takes for you is just get really drunk.
And really drunk.
You know, my kids have this toy surgery set. We can make some magic.
We'll be right back to you after. I want you guys to forget what you just heard. All right. Don't worry about that. We're not gonna worry about that.
And when you're sleeping, think about it all
night. So we don't know what we're doing. We're just doing a podcast. I mean, if you guys need help, feel free to like, comment. Drop something in there. Like, we could probably help you get affiliated on Twitch. We know a little bit of information.
Yeah.
Lamb here is actually a professional comedian. You want to tell us a little bit about that?
I mean, technically, I was a professional stand-up comedian. I wasn't famous, nor did I really want to be, but I haven't worked in the industry for, I want to say almost 10 years now. Getting close to that. Yeah.
All right.
I mean, I started young. I was 18 years of age when I decided to go to my first open mic, where I met a gentleman called Gary Hood, who became my mentor in comedy. I respect the living daylights out of that guy. He was flawed, but in all the right places. He had a big heart. He used me to get around from gig to gig. But I will say this, it was mutual because I also went to those gigs to get paid. So did he really use me? Did we use each other?
I mean, carpool.
Or did we enjoy each other's company enough to stand each other for 8 hours a day on the road?
That, I mean, from what I've seen in the past, like everyone talk about, I say everyone, I don't know anybody in the industry. What I've seen on TV, I guess, is people are spending a lot of time on the road, so you got to get comfortable.
Yeah. I mean, I'll tell you one thing. If you do decide to go into stand-up comedy, make sure you don't take back roads in mountainous areas when you haven't slept very much the night before. And make sure it's also not dead winter.
No, that's a story. Okay.
I'll just tell you, life is more interesting when it's life-threatening.
I could say the least. Oh, shit. I've been through a little bit. Life-threatening. You like it. It gives you a thrill.
I mean, it's exhilarating after the fact. During the fact,
you're freaking out.
You're just wishing that you were still with mommy getting a big hug and kiss.
100%.
When reality is slapping you in the face, like harsh reality, it's you start seeking comfort in your mind and start dealing with the fact that you may actually die.
Yeah, I've been there a couple times. You just go, fuck.
Mm-hmm.
What led up to this moment?
And at the time, like, I was young, right? So I didn't have like girlfriends or hookups or anything. I just straight went, I want my mommy. Like I was fresh into adulthood there. And the first thing I thought was, mommy, please save me.
Where are you? Oh shit. Man. So hold on. You're roughly 39, right?
Yeah, somewhere around there.
So they didn't really have. Did you have a cell phone?
Yeah. At the time, I had a cell phone.
Right now, was it one of those flip phones? Yeah.
Yes, it was definitely a flip phone.
It's all right. They didn't have anything else. Anyway.
Not only was it a flip phone, it was the new stylish flip phone where it had that thin pull-out strip, and you were like, "Oh, it's so thin, it's so thin," and I talk into it. Magic. Magic, mysterious magic. Now we're like, I have a full-blown computer in my hand right now. Excuse me, I'm on Discord.
Right? We do have a little tiny ass fucking computer in our hands.
Well, it's powerful too. That's more powerful than the computer I had back then. Just say it.
That's more powerful than the fucking computer that they put on the moon. Just saying. But anyways, back to the story here.
Yeah.
Back to the question. So did you call your mom on this cell phone?
No, I was too busy trying not to die.
So you couldn't want your mommy that bad if you
No, I wanted my mommy, but if I picked up the phone to call her while I was doing jackknives
Oh, you were the
on the road,
driver.
I was indeed the driver.
Oh yeah, fuck that. I'm
Yeah,
not calling
no, I'm not calling anybody. I'm just wishing mommy was here at that point. And at that point, I realized I have not matured at all. You know,
like I still want my mom.
it's like I haven't had kids. I don't have a wife. I'm on the road with this old geezer who's a brilliant comedian in of his own, and I'm gonna die this way.
I'm gonna go out with this old man.
I-
What will they think of me?
I don't have my wife to go, oh, I wish I could see her one last time. I'm literally thinking, why did they cut the umbilical cord?
They should have left me in that motherfucker. Oh shit.
So let me give you an idea of what went down, right? So we were driving through New Mexico, and we had a turnoff coming up. We could either go the long way, right, which was north, head left, head west to
You
Denver.
stayed in New Mexico?
Yeah, I was
I
in
thought
New
that was
Mexico.
like a hot area.
Well, that is right, but this is when the decision was made to make the bad decision. Okay,
Okay.
it's very important. You know, this is when I knew I fucked up. Okay, no ifs, ands, or buts. This was the decision making. Gary's in the seat, making all crazy noises. Love you. Rest in peace. I love you, Gary.
I hope rest in peace, may love you know me. Holy shit.
Um,
Sorry, Gary.
But he was like, all right, we can either go north, head through Denver, get down to Grand Station or Grand Central Station. Was it Grand? It's either Grand Station or Grand Central Station. I can't remember what it was. And, or we could cut through the mountains,
Got through
which
the
would be shorter. It was like a diagonal or a big U, right?
Big.
And I thought, we got to get there quickly, you know? There's no way I'm going to get there just before our show. And boy, was I wrong. It took way longer. Okay, let me put it this way. The roads, the miles per hour you could go on there was 25 miles an hour. Okay?
Snowy fucked up, yeah?
The jack turns that you have to do, they suggest that you go at 10 miles an hour. Okay?
They suggest, but we go at 25, motherfuckers.
No. I went the opposite direction. It's snowing. There's ice on the road. There's salt on the road. There's nothing between falling off a cliff and me. Okay? There's no guardrails. Those guardrails were long gone. There was evidence that they were there, but I guess people mess up from time to time, or all the time in this case. And we're sitting there going, I'm like, oh God, it's 10 miles an hour. I'm going to go half the speed of idle. That's how long it took us to get there. Every jack turn, I went into idle to turn. I wasn't going 25 miles an hour of the suggested speed. I was going 10. And I'll tell you this much. When you're on those high, steep jack turns, or when you're getting to the jack turn, when you're going 10 miles an hour on possibly frozen road, getting from 10 miles an hour to idle feels like an eternity.
And of course, you didn't have any like chains or anything like that because you
I'm
prepared.
I lived in Texas.
Yeah, you ain't prepared for
Gary lived in Texas.
that. Yeah, you guys didn't think that through.
No. Well, I have a feeling he knew. This man was in his 60s.
He
has
should
been
have known.
around. He knew. He just wanted to mess with me.
Yeah, he wanted.
And good for him.
One last laugh.
He won, but at the same time, this guy is scared of driving. Okay, like
I mean,
huge fear of driving. Trust me with his life.
I drive for fucking.
He was horrified about this incident too. He thought the joke was on me,
But it was really on him.
until he saw this 18-year-old kid panicking, wishing his mommy was there. I mean,
I remember I did something like that to my poor brother. We weren't even like 3 seconds from my house, my mom's house,
Mm.
and this is over in Santa Fe, which is what 20 minutes from here. It's pouring down rain. I'm driving like a 1992 Chevy Astro van, and I'm talking about the rain. You can't see anything, and my mom lives on this like dead man's curve. Right, it's a 90-degree left turn,
Mhm.
and I didn't know it was coming up until I was there. I fucking whoa shit. I put the van on two wheels and I drifted around this curve, dude. My brother's like in my lap. My poor dude. He's like, please, Lord, save me, mom. Like we both were like that. I was like,
hold on for a minute. Hold on for a minute. Why is it when we're about to witness our death and survive it that we come back and laugh about it?
it's because I mean, it gives us something to live for. I guess it gives us some kind of like, yeah, we fucking survived. So what else can we survive? You know,
I
that's what I think.
I think it. I don't know. I
It's
have
like
to
an
think about this
animal
for a little bit.
instincts. Like how much can we endure? Like just in our suprimal, like our just our subconscious even. Like I mean, what are
Mhm.
we really thinking? I mean, we're all hiding something. Sometimes we don't even know what we're hiding.
Maybe it's the fact that we deal with our darkness in certain ways, and humor helps shed light to some of that darkness.
Definitely, I would have to
You
say,
know?
like sometimes when you listen to a lot of these comedians talk about their story and they put a little funny snap on it,
Yeah,
if you take the funny snap away, like some of that's some serious shit, dude.
exactly.
And I'm just sitting here going like, dudes, I don't know if I can laugh at some of this. I'll be kind of worried about you guys.
But you
Like
still do, anyways.
sometimes,
Oh,
some,
there's sometimes where you can't laugh at it.
sometimes it's like that's really horrible. I
But see,
mean, I'm
here's the
sorry that
thing.
happened.
Here's the thing with comedians. Like, we're inviting you into our lives and our humor, right?
I get that.
We're not there to make you feel sad. We're there to give you a cheer. We're there to let you know that even when times are really hard,
You can make it.
you can make light of it.
And you know that's my whole life. You know, I've been through a little bit, and the only way I can get through it is one loving the family that I got,
Right.
and just kind of like going, I went through that, dude. What else can I? What can I do to prove to myself that I can make anything? Right. Even the time right now, times are hard.
Hmm.
Right. Like I mean, it's hard to
Yeah.
come across good work. It's hard to come across anything really, and I just go, I can make it, no matter what.
I mean, we don't really have a
Yeah,
choice but to make it. What's the
right.
alternative? Just give up and die?
It's exactly like it's all in the mentality, and a lot of comedians, that's what drives them. Like, it's funny on stage, but backstage, it's all serious and let's fucking go. Is that your Canadian buddy going? Let's go, baby. I need help. I need help.
Maybe. Just thinking, oh no, my phone's popping off in the middle of of a cast. Maybe that's not professional of me.
It's totally fine. Like, I mean, I'm blowing smoke in the camera. Like, I mean, come on,
I mean, I'll put it this way:
excuse me.
if I didn't have humor, I would be miserable.
100%. Like,
And if I upset someone with my humor, I would be happy. No. I know you see that as a joke, but in this case, it's not really a joke, right? So the whole point of what I'm saying is to extract humor, right? And when someone takes offense to it, they're not going to take my joy of trying to make them laugh away just because they're offended.
right. A lot of people get offended for nothing these days.
Yeah.
Like, I think one of the worst things I have is road rage. And it's just because I don't have patience to sit there in traffic.
Well, my wife designated me the grandma driver of the entire family, not just my family, right? Her family too.
Probably my
And
family as well.
she's Italian and Irish, so she has more grandmas than I do, and she says I drive more grandma-ish than her, than them.
That's fucking gold. That's perfect.
I mean, that's just straight out of the horse's mouth.
So I be freaking trying to speed everywhere I go, man. It get me in trouble. And when somebody like does something stupid or they're driving like 10 miles an hour, I'm fucking furious.
See, I'm the opposite. I'm the opposite. I'm like, if I go a mile over the speed limit, my heart is racing and I feel like a rebel. And I'm not talking about like on your Harley, rebel with a cause, a rebel without a cause. I'm like,
I,
oh my God, I'm a fugitive.
I don't know why, but I have to like I got somewhere to be. I guess I don't know. It's just I gotta go like 5-10 miles over.
And my driving issues may have stemmed from that bad choice of route to take for the Colorado.
Yeah, that could be it, man. You could have some fucking PTSD over that.
Yeah, that may be where my grandma driving kind of stems from.
See, I don't, and people that say like you can't have PTSD if you didn't go to the army or something like that,
Mhm.
it's not true, man. You can have traumatic experience.
No, I don't believe that.
Bullshit, dude.
I don't believe that.
No, fuck no.
I believe
my
you
st-
tell
no,
your
no,
brain that
shh.
you're traumatic.
No, well, that's true. Like your subconscious is just like, we're fucking worried about
No,
that.
I think you consciously do it. If you dwell on anything, you can have some sort of mental disorder.
You 100%.
The trick is not to dwell on things.
Yeah, you got me on that.
And
Just don't dwell.
unfortunately, I dwell on driving, which is why I'm a little old granny driver.
Well, I think I got PTSD over my son breaking his arm because every
Ooh.
time he cries in like any kind of horror fashion, I freak out. Did you
Yeah.
hurt something, bro? What'd you do? What happened? Are you okay? You good? It's like, and it freaks me out every time he cries. And like I just like fucking lose it. Like I don't care who's there. I'm cussing everybody out. What happened, my little dude?
Mhm.
But when he's being a shit, fuck that guy.
See, I have a different tact with my kids, right? It's not too much different. They haven't had any major injuries, thankfully, other than
Thank
there's a
God.
dent in my youngest head. And that was from my eldest slamming the doorknob into his head.
Poor kid.
Yeah.
A little damage, he'll make it.
But other than that, when I hear them whine or cry, like my mentality is as such, this little guy has to turn into a man at some point. And I can't have a grown ass son whining and crying all the time.
Right.
So if it's anything minor, like a scrape or a scratch, or maybe he twisted his ankle, it's like walk it off. Like my coaches used to say in high school before I quit in freshman year.
See, I've had my little girl first, had a baby girl,
Mm.
and it's just way different,
Dude, she is an angel.
right? So
Completely
she's my little
different
like
from you.
one. So from the time that she could hold shit, she was trying to help me with everything.
Mm.
Daddy, can I help? Daddy, can I help? That's it. She's such a little good girl. I
I
remember the
wanna
first
say
time.
all kids are like that, though.
Fuck no.
You don't think so?
Heck no. I got some kids down the street here, man. Oh my god, bro.
Yeah, but don't you think they were trying to help and their parents were just like, no?
I mean, the parent 90% of it is the parents and
Yeah.
what we teach them in school sometimes. But however, like kids teach other kids,
Mhm.
and we gotta watch that.
Right.
And like when the teacher's not looking, what are they learning? Like what are they learning from each other?
Yeah, but
Like,
at the same time, I do remember high school quite vividly. I didn't really like it because 6'6", not on the football team. I had some hell to pay. But I also remember that I heard all the worst stuff in the world. I watched some terrible things happen,
yeah,
but I
dude.
didn't become that.
Right now, I'm not saying anyone's gonna become anything, but that's
Mhm.
where a lot of issues become. Like my little girl, she would be learning some crazy shit. Like, where'd you learn that at?
Mhm.
Oh, this kid was doing it at school, and I'm like, what do you mean he was doing it at school? Yeah, recess, blah blah blah. I'm like, oh, we don't fucking do that.
Yeah, I
All
mean,
right,
like a parent should, right?
right, yeah, but this, well, I'm not gonna talk about our education system, but it, like I said, these little kids are little monsters, and it comes to do with what's going on at home.
Mhm.
So we try.
Well, let me ask you this: if you were really concerned about our public education destroying your little daughter, which I can understand the fear. I can understand the fear raising two boys, right? But at the end of the day, when they come home, when I see your daughter say hi to me, I'm not seeing a little rapscallion from school. I'm seeing a sweet angel. I'm seeing two very kind boys when they come home.
Right, right, yeah. Most
Um,
times, most
and I
times.
think that has to do more with the fact that there's parents there. A lot of parents just disregard their children,
A lot of times,
you
yeah.
know? And the fact that you told me that when you have that talk with your daughter, you develop a reason as to why you don't act that way.
Oh yeah.
You don't just straight up say no, we don't do that. End of story, right? Not like the people who came back from World War II, and it's like sit down, shut up, know your place. You
We
know,
do this shit.
but you give reason behind the no, and I think that reason, whether you think it resonates with the kid or not, it does lay a foundation, right?
Yeah, I think so. That's the one thing that I never did with my kid is treat them like they're a kid.
Mm.
I treat them like they're a growing
They're adults in
adult.
training.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
right? So I've always wanted to like give my kid a little edge with kind of like street smarts, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Is just, you always got to watch out, right? You always got to look over your shoulder just
Yeah.
a little bit. Like not like, oh, I'm like scared of everything. No, you just never know. You got to always pay attention.
Right.
Right? My little girl fucking she is on top of it. I don't got to worry about her really
Dude,
anything.
honestly, like there was a couple times I had an interaction with your little girl, and I was like, she's coming home with me.
She's good, huh? She's a good
Yeah,
kid. But that
and she's so innocent looking too, and the way her voice is so innocent, like childlike,
perfect. But
adorable.
your kids are cute too.
Thank you.
However,
That's all I get. Your kids are cute too.
I feel
You,
like
you know what that statement was? Is like, I really love my girl. Hey, we got cut off because let's just say we had technical difficulties.
yeah, we're not gonna talk about it. Anyways, we're back.
No, we're a podcast. We will talk about it.
Okay.
Somebody forgot to plug in the camera, so it didn't die on us.
You know what? I can't do everything. You got to remind me, man.
That's literally your job title. Do everything.
Oh, fuck.
Did we not forget how we signed that contract?
You know, I'm glad I didn't sign anything. Oh shit. All right. So, we got cut off.
Yeah, we were talking about how your girl is adorable.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
you said, well, I think your two boys are cute too.
Yep, that's all you get.
And then he tried to continue on, but I had to stop him, okay? Because I know that tactic. That tactic is evil.
It is not.
Okay, you're right. It's adorable. Just like your daughter.
Yeah, motherfucker. Get out of here.
But what he was doing there was he was being a dad to a daughter, which I have no clue is like, other than seeing other fathers with daughters.
Bro.
And just relishing in the fact that he loves his daughter. That's what it was there. I could see it genuinely in his eyes. He wanted to say something about my kids, but his mind is so stuck on that little girl.
All my kids, actually. I got 3 of them mother truckers.
Oh, really? I only like my oldest. No, I'm just kidding. I love you too, my youngest.
Oh shit, this guy.
It's funny when we're at home and talking to the kids will be like, Daddy, who do you love more? And I say, I love both of my kids more than anything ever. And they're like, you don't love mommy? And I was like, that's right.
Oh damn.
I love both of my kids. And my wife is just giving me that stare like,
Just that evil stare.
yeah, the little like head tilt back and forth,
Just
like
oh, okay. I gave you
I'm
them 2
here.
damn kids, motherfucker.
I exist. And then
this happens.
don't ever do that again.
Well, you don't like
Okay,
my
ladies and
AK-47?
gentlemen, when this usually occurs when there's no talent on set.
All right. There you go. That's my best impression.
There you go. That's better. I'll accept that.
Okay.
But when you have to press a button, don't
Oh.
you do it. Don't you do it. Please tell me you have an oxygen mask.
I do. I'm back. All right, we're back. We're good. We're good.
All right. So he loves his daughters. I love my son. What else is there in life?
You know, I think that's about it.
I also love my other son.
Yeah.
Okay, I love my wife too. Why not?
All right, why
Let's
not?
just spread the love.
Just go ahead and give it out. Dang. We love you guys too, by the way. Shit.
None of you exist at this point.
Right? There's 0 people that are watching, but it's totally fine. We love the absolute 0.
Maybe someday
Maybe someday we'll get like a super
we'll have
fan.
viewers like you. Oh, that doesn't work. Yeah, that doesn't work, huh?
Not yet.
Right now, our only viewers are ourselves when we're looking back at the
audio
podcast.
issues, the camera issues, all the other issues. I mean, it's the beginning, you know. It's kind of
It is the beginning.
And I think we're doing pretty good. We have managed to talk about something for 20 minutes earlier.
Yeah, and it was a really heartfelt discussion, and
I liked it.
I did too.
It's pretty good.
It was meaningful. It didn't seem stretched out of nowhere, except for when I brought up. I mean, but look at it. It's huge, isn't it? Right?
You get a long forearm, motherfucker.
Squirrel.
Squirrel. Oh shit! Just making a pot of coffee, right? Man, you know what? Thinking of coffee, I could use a cup. God dang.
No, we just started this back up, and I gotta go home.
I gotta go home. We gotta play Call of Duty, guys.
Oh God, you gonna make me play that game?
No, I'm not. You don't have to.
All right, but I will.
He's like, I want to. All right, so I mean, let's wrap it up then.
Well, I can't do that. Otherwise, I wouldn't have had kids.
So,
You too. You gotta admit, it would have been
that's
a lot
true.
harder.
It would have been. Well, I mean, poke a hole in it would be alright. Have some kids somehow.
Poke a hole in it. There's still the sides, right? Pesticides, as I like to call them.
Oh shit!
And that's funny too, right? Like when I was younger, that was kind of the mentality of the people I grew up with, is we'd call it pesticides instead of what it's actually called, which I'm not sure we're allowed to say on certain platforms. So I'm gonna try and keep as PG 13, maybe ride the edge of R,
A little bit, you know,
just a little bit.
be real.
But I'll never go over the edge. I promise.
Yeah, we're probably gonna go over the edge.
I won't.
I mean, we kind of might. We don't know. We don't know where this is taking us. All I
Well,
know is we're 2 Call of
hopefully-
Duty gamers.
I'm hoping where this takes us is, people watch our video and they see 2 adult men who are talking about their lives, their games, their loved ones, and maybe you learn something from it. Maybe you don't. You don't have to learn something from it.
Could just laugh.
You could just laugh.
Yeah,
You
have a good
could
time.
feel the emotion in the room when it happens. But most of all, if you could give us the most hate you've ever had in your entire life and send it to those comments,
Right? Just
you will
comment.
make. I could die the next day after reading those comments and die a happy man.
We probably will have a lot of hate comments.
Hey, I'm just saying the villain is usually talked about more than the hero.
Always. I mean,
How many villains can you name in the DC world for Batman?
the Joker.
Is that it?
Riddler.
There you go.
Two-Face.
There you go.
Scarecrow.
There you go.
But there's I don't know. That's it.
Oh, there's tons of them, but let's call it that. Name all the heroes that fight alongside Batman. Just Batman comics.
Just Batman comics.
Mm-hmm. Name all the heroes that fight alongside him.
Alongside them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do you want like the main ones or like the little ones?
As many as you can, just like the villains.
Okay, so we got Wonder Woman, right?
No, that's not Batman comics.
Okay, fine. Just but she's been in there.
She has been in there, but she hasn't been
Like you
like
got the entire Justice League.
yeah. That's Justice League though. I'm talking
Wait,
about strictly Batman. We
Robin,
had Batman villains. We're not sitting there going in a Wonder Woman issue. We had the Joker, the Scarecrow.
I mean, well, so you got Robin, you
Okay.
got Batwoman, you got
Mm-hmm.
Catwoman.
All right, you know what? You know too much about this. I was unprepared. This gentleman has a scholarship in comic books, whereas I don't. I was merely bluffing.
I mean, this, I
So
just.
in my plebeian mind, all I could do was Robin. I was like, maybe Alfred? I don't know.
Alfred in the new stuff, I guess. Gotham.
I haven't checked that out.
He fights alongside him as a little boy.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
But isn't Alfred like much, much older than Batman?
So Alfred is like 50 to 40 or 45 to 50, maybe even 60 in this.
Oh,
Yeah, he's a bit older. Yeah, you could definitely tell.
is he limber? Is that their excuse? It's like he does his stretches.
Well, I mean, he doesn't like go out and beat the shit out of people. He
Oh,
just
okay.
kind of helps them.
So he's like, what, like detective work?
Uh, I don't kind of, he fights like a normal person. He
Mm,
doesn't like go fight supervillains or anything.
right.
This is like Batboy, I guess. Not Batman. He's doing little shit at this time.
So it's like
It's about
toddler Batman.
no, it's
It's
like
like,
10-year-old
Alfred, let's
Batman.
beat up criminals.
Batboy, yeah, pretty much. That's kind of how it is.
Yeah.
You even see a little young Joker,
Like how young are we talking about? Are we talking
like
like
10.
middle school? Yeah, middle school.
Yeah, middle school 10.
That's interesting.
It's actually not a bad show. I mean, I think they had like 3 or 4 seasons.
Do they have like episodes where he's in school and the teacher's like, "How did you get that black eye?"
I don't know, yeah, actually.
Really? Okay. Clever, clever writers. I'll just say that because most people wouldn't think about that.
You see a young Catwoman. You see the Penguin.
Okay.
You got I think Jada Pickett Smith's in it, and she plays a bad character, evil.
Ooh,
I do believe.
she scares me. If that was my wife, I would probably jump off a cliff.
Probably, most likely.
Like, I'm sorry. I prefer peace in the house,
I think
not a
Will
war
Smith
room.
did that actually.
He left her.
No. I think he jumped off a cliff.
Oh, that makes
For
wait,
fun. For fun.
that doesn't really make sense. That guy is filthy rich. If I was rich, like suicide would be the last of my worries.
I don't think he did it. The suicide. He did it for fun. He had a
Oh, okay.
jumpsuit on, huh? I think he jumped
Oh,
out of a plane.
oh, he
Actually,
jumped out of a plane.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't do that.
I'd be terrified. I can't even get in a
I'd
plane,
I'd be worried that the chute wouldn't pull.
bro. I'm worried the plane won't take off.
I'm sure some of my ex-girlfriends would be happy if it didn't.
I'm pretty sure my exes would love me to die,
Yeah.
or not.
I'd say there's one or two on my side, but then like I wasn't really going after a bunch of them, you know.
Right? I mean, I had one ex that stole my Letterman. I was so sad.
I have no idea what that means.
Letterman jacket, like playing football.
Oh, I'm thinking like, talk show host David Letterman. It's like she stole your Letterman.
My
Like,
Letterman jacket. Yeah, dude. That's
we
so
need a
sad.
detective to find out where he's been kidnapped.
Oh my god. Bro.
Sorry, my mind just
Skyrocketed right
it's
there.
gone.
It's
Gone.
like you're thinking like Elon Tusk moment right now. Like I'm
Elon
in space.
Tusk.
Yeah, Elon Tusk.
Tusk.
I don't want to get copyright issues. The
Oh,
dude
okay.
owns Twitter now.
See now I just have an image of Elon Musk's face with walrus teeth. I don't know why. It doesn't
I'm
make
sorry.
any sense.
I messed up the name and I didn't have gall to cop to it.
It's just like not those tiny walrus teeth, but the
No,
ones
no.
that reach down to their their flippers in the back, their tail.
And this is our
Massive,
podcast.
massive tusks.
Just absolutely massive.
And thick. And he doesn't have a very huge mouth. Like it's normal sized mouth. But you add those walrus tusks into it, imagine that. Your mind goes places.
My mind is going places.
All right, well, that's the end of the podcast.
That's a pretty good end.
I'm Trojan Lamb.
And I'm Cloud Ranger.